prosecutions under the Companies Act which were pending. So I had announced an amnesty scheme, and the funds we raised out of that amnesty scheme were used to create that entire electronic exercise. And if my memory doesn't fade me, that it was at the Chelmsford Club. That is the maximum that could be afforded at that time, that a small function was held and it was launched. But I think it went progressing quite well. And as the commentary along with the portal was just now mentioning, it's now all open to public gaze. And being open to public gaze has its own advantages. It has the advantage that there is a pressure on everyone to make sure that compliances do take place. Everyone is on his feet in order to realize that if there is any impropriety, the possibility of it being detected is going to be very high. This entire exercise of funds being channeled through shell companies, I think because of the facility available online, even our friends in the media find it extremely easy to dissect it within a matter of minutes. And therefore this transparency itself is good for the system, it's good for corporate India, it's good that your details are, to the extent they have to be made public, are made public. So far I would say that it was brought in the 2013 amended act, the concept of a CSR. And it has now almost formalized corporate philanthropy in India. Philanthropy in India, unlike in the West, was more family-centric, community-centric. Religious groups did it, caste groups did it, social groups did it. But corporate India didn't have a structured manner of doing it. Some did it on their own initiative. Now, even though the provisions, as they have been incorporated, persuade corporate India to move in that direction, so far I think there has been a fairly credible and a positive response to it. And one of the requirements is that you reach out rather than do internal company exercises and pass it off as philanthropy. And therefore, how much this money is spent, how it is spent, which are the projects which are undertaken, I think it's extremely important. This has also brought about a change in the conversational idiom of corporate India. And one of the facts I always find many friends highlighting is that in addition to our corporate activity, this is what else we are doing. And they always make it a point to highlight the philanthropic part of their activities itself. And therefore, a public gaze into those activities also through the portal, I think is going to further institutionalize and consolidate this particular action. I'm glad now this is going to be an interactive portal. Obviously, when these are more transparent, they always raise more issues, they put people on their feet to be more careful, and therefore it is going to have its own advantages. I'm sure this will be a positive step, and having been somebody who was, by a coincidence of his political history, associated with it when the first step was taken about 17 odd years ago, I'm glad delighted to be associated with it even at this stage. Thank you very much.